Alright, I've more or less cleared out my entire inventory of any other random BS. So the only other thing I could think of to do would be to talk to Zev, but I'm still going to put that off for a little bit. And we'll go ahead and go deal with the urn bit. Now, for this, I believe, I will take Alistair.
Yes.
Win.
Yes.
And Lillian.
Indeed.
Well, maybe
All that.
Yes.
I want to see what that is. Redcliffe Castle. Ooh, we're under attack before we even made it back to Haven. We're still in the Frostback Mountains. Oh, and what is this? A dark spawn attack. Oh, I see. Ho ho ho! What is that? Bonus to spell power and mana regeneration, then stunned, then penalty to movement speed, attack, and defense. So this lasts for a moment, then she'll be stunned, and then she'll have a penalty to basically everything else. So I'm assuming she technically died, but the spirit helped her, and then she healed all of us. But because she didn't die, she gets a penalty. Very interesting. I need to level up Alistair. Level up. Oh well. Excuse me. I'm trying to eat some chicken strips. Best bet here is probably... Ooh, I don't know. Go after these guys, I guess. Okay, you heal. You need to heal. Win definitely needs to heal. She probably won't live through that though, unfortunately, because fire damage is very quick. I am shocked. I need to back up. Then try and attack him. Alistair, heal a little bit. Alright, and then you're the only one left, so everyone go ahead and attack that bad boy.
As you say.
Alistair, go ahead and heal up a little bit. You won't have that choice. When healing? Now. Didn't get it out.
Yes. I can't go
It's
on
alright though.
third pace. Oh, that's right. How dare you?
Come on, and
And how?
done. Alright, Wynn, we'll have some stuff to talk about here in a minute. Alistair, get up. Alistair. Oh, nope, there's more enemies to be had. Okay, well,
Well, all right.
follow me for the moment. so that we can finish looting things over this way, because I'm not going to want to have to backtrack all this way later. Omega Battle Axe. Definitely running into some situations where assets aren't loading properly, but it is what it is.
As you desire.
Not much that can be done about that, unfortunately. Whoa! There are quite a few more of you here than I was expecting. Though Sten seems to be holding his hand. Okay. Go ahead and heal just in case.
Ah, good.
There we go. There we go. Oh, it's done.
That was interesting. And draining.
What was that? Did you summon the spirit?
I called forth the spirit that sustains me, so that it could lend us aid. I did not realize it would take this much out of me. It seemed a good idea at the time, if a little rash. I think it may have weakened the spirit a little.
So you could kill yourself doing this?
Well, that's certainly conceivable. I suppose I shouldn't be using that particular trick to entertain children at parties.
Most likely not. Are you sure you can control this thing? I don't want you exerting yourself.
I promise I'll be careful. And thank you. Your concern is touching.
It did help us in a pinch, though. That much cannot be denied. No, you're getting straight.
And so I shall.
Right. Health fruit.
And so I shall.
And I think that's everything there. So we can continue. Red Cliff Castle. It's literally right there. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I bring with me the ashes of Andraste. May they heal the Jarl. Bantigan.
You return. Might you have news?
I found the urn.
You have? Wonderful. Let us go at once to Eamon's side and see if the urn's healing powers live up to their reputation.
Where am I?
Be calm, brother. You have been deathly ill for a very long time. Do you remember nothing?
Tegan? What are you doing here? Where is Isolde?
I am here, my husband.
And Connor? Where is my boy? Where is our son?
He lives, though many others are dead. There is much to tell you, husband.
Dead? Then it was not a dream.
Much has happened since you fell ill, brother. Some of it will not be easy for you to hear.
Then tell me. I wish to hear all of it.
A success.
This is most troubling. There is much to be done, that is true. But I should first be thankful to those who have done so much. Grey Warden, you have not only saved my life, but kept my family safe as well. I am in your debt, Will you permit me to offer you a reward for your service?
I need your help against the Blight. That will do.
I understand, but regardless of your motivations, I feel you are worthy of a reward. I would like to honor your efforts. Nothing more.
As you wish, then.
Then allow me to declare you and those traveling with you champions of Redcliffe. You will always be a welcome guest within these halls. And for you, Warden, a shield of the same make as those that have been given to our finest knights.
Thank you, Your Grace.
We should speak of Loghain, brother. There is no telling what he will do once he learns of your recovery.
Loghain instigates a civil war even though the Darkspawn are on our very doorstep. Long I have known him. He is a sensible man, one who never desired power.
I was there when he announced he was taking control of the throne, Eamon. He is mad with ambition, I tell you.
Mad indeed. Mad enough to kill Cailan, to attempt to kill myself and destroy my lands. Whatever happened to him, Loghain must be stopped. What's more, we can scarce afford to fight this war to its bitter end.
But you can unite the nobility against Loghain, can't you?
I could unite those opposing Loghain, yes. But not all oppose him. He has some very powerful allies. We have no time to wage a campaign against him. Someone must surrender if Ferelden is to have any chance at fighting the Darkspawn.
But once everyone learns what he's done...
I will spread word of Loghain's treachery, both here and against the king. But it will be but a claim made without proof. Those claims will give Loghain's allies pause, but we must combine it with a challenge Loghain cannot ignore. We need someone with a stronger claim to the throne than Loghain's daughter, the Queen.
Are you referring to Alistair, brother? Are you certain?
I would not propose such a thing if we had an alternative, but the unthinkable has occurred.
I think it's a great idea.
Tegan and I have a claim through marriage, but we would seem opportunists no better than Loghain. Alistair's claim is by blood.
And what about me? Does anyone care what I want?
You have a responsibility, Alistair. Without you, Loghain wins. I would have to support him for the sake of Ferelden. Is that what you want?
But I... No, my lord.
I see only one way to proceed. I will call for a landsmeet, a gathering of all of Ferelden's nobility in the city of Denerim. There, Ferelden can decide who shall rule, one way or another. Then the business of fighting our true foe can begin. What say you to that, my friend? I do not wish to proceed without your blessing.
My blessing? What do you need my blessing for? Do you think this landsmight idea will work?
That depends. If we cannot get a consensus in the landsmeet for Alistair, we cannot afford to oppose Loghain either. Does that mean Loghain could win? A man who killed his own king, who has gone mad with power? Perhaps. We must see that he does not.
What are my options?
You have already found allies, but we need those to fight Darkspawn. I truly believe the landsmeet is our best option. We could attempt to wage a military campaign against Loghain, but even if we win, would we have enough left to defeat the Darkspawn?
No, but neither would Loghain.
Perhaps Loghain gambles on this attitude, that everyone will decide facing the Darkspawn is more vital than facing him, so that he leads us against the Horde.
It seems we have little choice.
Very well. I will send out the word. But before we proceed, I believe there is the matter of the mage, my son's tutor. He still lives, I understand.
He does. He is in the dungeon, brother.
Have him brought here, Tegan. I wish to see him. Jowan, what you have done is not in question. you tried to assassinate me and set into motion a series of events that nearly destroyed everything I cherish. What have you to say in your own defense?
Nothing, my lord. Other than to say I am sorry. I expect no mercy for what I've done.
I see. Grey Warden, have you anything to say on Jowan's behalf?
He has cooperated willingly, though he has little choice. He seems earnest in his desire to repent. He seems earnest in his desire to repent.
Oh? That is unexpected. And what would you have me do? As the injured party, my ability to see the merciful path is strained.
Give him to the Circle of Magi. Let him go. Let the Circle hunt him if they wish. He deserves no mercy. Do whatever you wish. I do not really care. Send him back to the Circle.
True enough, and wisely said. Jowan, I hereby turn you over to the Tower of the Circle of Magi. May the Maker have mercy on your soul.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, back to the matter of the Landsmeet. It will take some time to recall my forces and organize our allies. I would prefer to wait until that is done before calling the Landsmeet. In the meantime, I suggest you pursue the remainder of the Grey Warden treaties. We will need all the allies we can get if we are to defeat the Darkspawn Horde.
Indeed. So now that he is back up and about, I cannot learn Ranger quite yet, but I do have a specialization. I guess we'll do this. Fair enough. It's fine. Alright, so that leaves either going to the elves or going to the deep roads. I'm half tempted to go to the deep roads, though that is very long, and it is one of the more difficult ones to go through. The elves is a little bit shorter, and I think, if I remember correctly, it is a little bit easier. I could save the deep roads for last. No, I kept saying that I was going to go ahead and do Orzammar and then the Brazilian Forest, so I think that is what I'll do. That being said, I'm going to go and grab Shale before I do that, because I want her for the full quest. Anything I need to do at camp before setting off? No, doesn't look like it. Very well. Shale it is, then. Who am I going to take with me to go get Shale? Probably Wynn.
Yes.
Zev.
Yes.
And Sten.
Yes.
Looks like I'm under attack. Immediately after leaving Redcliffe. That's rough, buddy. Tricksters win. That's an interesting one. Corpse. Oh, I think I actually know what this one is. Trickster's Whim was one of the things that happened because we did the points of power thing and the circle tower. It's interesting that it took this long for him to catch up with us, but at the same time, we haven't been traveling the roads quite that much. So that is just what it is. There we go. Drop any loot.
Lovely.
Description mage. Could be some decent mage boots. Unintended consequences. Was one of the creatures you summoned in the Circle of Magi's Tower. Return the Chantry and danger has passed. Yeah, that was our fault. Happens. Can't be right all the time. Some things are best left untouched. Light is spreading. Alright, so
As you
now...
desire.
Oh. I'm gonna go ahead and grab this elf root before talking to you. Hello, Felix.
You'll have to forgive me if I seem a bit nervous. Not many people travelling in this part of Ferelden. Of course, that's part of my problem, isn't it? Mule got spooked by a wisp and ran off into the woods. Now what do I do?
Just what are you doing out here anyway?
Ah, waiting for my helper to find the damn mule, of course. It's freezing. Oh, I suppose you meant, why am I out here? As in this part of the country. Allow me to introduce myself. Felix de Grosbois, merchant and entrepreneur at your service.
You are a merchant. I am Talia. Pleased to meet you.
I don't normally take this route, but with the war, I was hoping for a bit of luck and good weather in the mountains. Sadly, I've had neither. Ugh, this trip has been one miserable disaster after another. I don't suppose you'd consider helping a fellow out?
Help a fellow out? How?
Of all the other things that went wrong, the worst is this artifact I brought in Jada. It's a control rod, I'm told, for a golem. No point in me keeping it, however, as I'll never get to use it. But, maybe you could?
What does a control rod do?
The dwarf I brought it from said it activates and controls a golem. So long as you have it in your hand, the golem does what you say. Might be useful, no? I mean, you look like the sort who could use one, yes?
What's the catch?
The catch? Yeah, I suppose it is a catch, isn't it? The catch is that the golem didn't come with the rod. It's supposed to be down in a village down south, waiting to be activated. Even if I could get down there, which I can't, I understand the place has been overrun by darkspawn.
At least he's
That's
truthful.
not such an issue for adventurous types like yourself, surely. Or I'm hoping that's so, at least.
Think I could use it.
Just as well. As I mentioned before, you'll find the golem down south, in a town called Honleith. I'll mark it here on your map. Just hold up the rod and say Dulaf Gar. That will wake the golem up, so I'm told. I hope it works.
And if it doesn't?
Maybe you could look up the fellow who owned the golem before. If he's still about, that is. Best of luck to you then. Now, I guess it's up to me to find that mule myself.
Well, thank you. Anyway, continuing on. Honleith. And we didn't get attacked on the way. Would you look at that? Okay. So now we're on Honleith. And they are under attack by the Darkspawn. Interestingly, there were people still alive, though. So the Darkspawn must have just gotten, or they put up one heck of a defense for commoners. Though it does not look like the Darkspawn were happy to have these people here.
Time for more darkspawn, I see.
No, 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 we stay back here.
As you desire.
Let them come to us. That was not a bad little strategy there. you're going, sir. Yeah? You wanted us to get ambushed, but luckily for us, we didn't fall for it. That was easy enough to deal with.
And how?
Here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and put him in the back. Did I get him? No. It would probably be better if I just walk forward a little bit. Then everyone can go after him. That'll buff. There we go. Yeah, luckily I found a rune that does extra damage to Darkspawn, and since we are going to the deep roads, I went ahead and equipped that rune onto Sten's weapon. Plus he's doing like +5 to cold damage per hit, and +5 to electricity damage, I think. Something like that. So he's not doing too bad. He's getting +15 damage per hit against all Darkspawn at the very least, and then plus an extra 10 damage per hit on everything else that's not resistant to lightning or cold. Key required. Olaf's chest. Well, we're gonna just have to find Olaf. Oh, Olaf, are you alive somewhere here?
Lovely.
Sten, you might want to come here. That would help a lot. Appreciate. Well, believe it or not, we're not doing too poorly, considering that they scale with us. I appreciate games where the enemies scale with you, because see, it's a double-edged sword. On one hand, they scale with you, so the game, like, difficulty more or less matches you throughout the entire game. On the other hand, I do like the ability to be like, oh, I need to be level, 16 for this area, because everything around this area is 16, and then I know, like, generally where I need to be in order to be able to succeed in an area. Because, like, I know a lot of Final Fantasy games, the original ones, had set areas, so if you needed to, you could grind, come back, and then all of a sudden you were more powerful than what was there. And it kind of, like, showed you whether or not you were on the right path, because if you went into an area where
So I shall.
where the enemies were extremely strong, then you knew that you were probably in the wrong place or that you were underleveled. On the other hand, I know like Final Fantasy VIII specifically does
As you desire.
A weird form of rubber banding as far as leveling goes. The enemies around you are always around your level, so it's usually better to stay under leveled to a point until you get towards the end game where the enemies actually are kind of tougher. God, it's been a while since I played Final Fantasy VIII, though.